Hi everyone, I'm Dan from JazzComposersPresent.com, an online space where composers, musicians, and listeners come together to celebrate the music we love. I'm joined today by Dave Scott, trumpeter, composer, and adjunct faculty at the New School of Jazz and Contemporary Music in Western Connecticut State University. Dave is here to show us creative ways to use the piano and guitar.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you for having me. And just to get started, I have a couple of different groups that I write for. My quintet, which is the standard quintet, trumpet, tenor, piano, bass, drums. And then I have a band, which I call my violin band, which features trumpet, violin, guitar, piano, bass, drums. So it's a 6-piece ensemble. And so I guess the difference in the two is the way I compose for the two. They're both based on a lot of improvisation, but with the guitar, and the reason I chose the instrumentation was I love the violin, first of all, but I thought with guitar and piano, it gives me more options for composing. So I get a different use of colors, right? Textures, different doublings. Like for instance, I like the sound of the guitar and the trumpet is a nice color, the violin and the piano, etc. So I can get different colors and different textures. So the first piece is a piece called Igor, which I wrote as a tribute to my favorite composer, Igor Stravinsky. And as most people know, Igor Stravinsky wrote a lot of polychords and even bitonality. So it's based on a series of triads, one triad on the top, and then the bottom triad, which are bitonal, basically. So if you want to put up the score, thank you. Okay, so if you look at the score, the piano is playing both triads. And then the violin are playing the lower and upper voice of the top triads. The trumpet are playing the middle voice of the top triads, and the guitar is playing the lower triad. So this way, I felt like I could get some really cool textures. It's pretty thick. The whole thing's pretty thick. And I felt like it was an interesting way to create the triads and stack the triads. And get different colors and different sounds. Okay, so for the next piece, I used the guitar and piano a little bit different. It's in this one, it's a 2-voice. It's an ostinato with the bass, and the piano plays the ostinato sometimes, and built on a series of meters. It's built on a series of 2/4 meter, 3 bars of 2/4 meter, and then a bar of 3/8, 5/8. Excuse me, 2/4, 2/4, 2/4, and 5/8. And then at the end, it's 3/4, 3/4, 3/4, 5/8 for a repeated section. And so in this particular piece, I doubled the guitar and the trumpet on the lower voice and doubled the piano and the violin on the upper voice. And then the second time through, the first time the piano plays in the same octave as the violin. On the second time through, the piano goes 8 VA, which I feel like creates a nice color and also creates a little bit of a percussive sound along with the violin. And I like the piano sometimes can be used as a voice, a very percussive voice. So this piece is called Time Dilation. So these were some examples of how I used the piano and the guitar in my violin band setting to create different colors and textures. Both of these examples were from my recording, SteepleChase recording, In Search of Hypnosis, which is available. And the musicians are great musicians: Sarah Bernstein on the violin, Jacob Sachs on the piano, Nate Radley on the guitar, David Ambrosio on the bass, and Mark Ferber on the drums. And I'd like to thank Dan for having me, and it's great to be a part of this. Thank you.
Thanks for watching today's mini lesson. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Drop any questions, comments, or suggestions for future videos down below. To watch our full-length events and participate in live Q&As with our presenting artists, head to jazzcomposerspresent.com. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.